Hi guys. I feel really awkward doing this. I don't know why. Why do I feel so awkward? Anyways, hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I can't lie, it has been a hot minute since I've come on YouTube. I can't lie. It's just so much easier doing TikTok videos at the moment, and I just have not had the motivation to post on YouTube. And it's really bad because I know like a lot of you, like especially like people that used to watch me from ages ago, only started watching me because of YouTube. So I feel like I'm so, oh god, my face still goes really red when I rub it. Yeah, also we've got a new setup going on here. I've actually got a dressing table now. This only happened literally yesterday, and I'm actually really happy with it because it's exactly what I've needed. And I think I needed like a space where I could just sit and get ready, because before my setup was over here and it was okay, but it was like on top of dressing tables and stuff like that, and I was just never really happy with it. But now I am so happy with my setup. Like, I'm actually so excited to like just get back into shooting content again. I do need a little bit of like getting used to with like the whole setup. But yeah, hi guys, it's been a while. So I thought I would do my first video as like a little catch up, life update, kind of like sit down, do my makeup and kind of like update you guys on just everything that's been happening in my life. Also, if you guys want to be put on this cream by 𝓉𝒽𝓃𝓀𝓈, I don't know how to pronounce it, it's the skin food, it's so good. Also, the worst part is like normally when I get ready, like I like to have music on, but YouTube is not on the same wavelength as TikTok yet, so I can't play any music. Okay, let's just start off with what I'm doing today. So I'm actually meeting one of my friends, Anushka, and we're going somewhere. I actually don't know what's going on. I think it's like a restaurant invite, and we're trying out a Christmas menu. But I am also vlogging for YouTube too, so you'll see that in a vlog. I know, not me like already pre-planning what I'm going to be filming, which is crazy because I don't do that. So yeah, I'm actually really excited because I actually haven't been doing anything for the past couple of weeks. If you don't already know, I know I've said it on TikTok and I've spoken about it on Instagram. And I feel like a lot of you that watch my YouTube watch me on the other platforms. Just going to use L'Oreal Infallible. Also, these sponges from Coco Cosmetics, they are so good. Like, I only got it because 𝒻𝑜𝓁𝓁𝓚 bought one for me, and I've literally just not been using a brush ever since, because I have this issue, like I haven't really stuck to a technique just yet. Like I went from like only using sponges to then using brushes, and then now I'm just back in my beauty blender phase because I feel like it's just quicker, if you know what I mean. I feel like I prefer YouTube sometimes as well, because I feel like I can actually do longer videos without all the heavy editing and cutting things out and the voiceovers that I have to do on TikTok. I have this lovely little spot over here that I just don't think is going to get covered up, and it's really painful as well, so I do not want to pop it. Also, it's weird how I don't have to keep cutting the camera. That's what I have to do on TikTok. I don't know. Guys, I was doing this before I was doing TikTok. Why am I acting like such a noob? Also, I don't think the sun is going to be on my side right now because I started this video quite late. Right now, the sun is setting at like 5 PM. Like, I have an actual, and sorry if I keep looking up there, it's because I'm looking at the viewfinder, but I should be looking here. I also do want to get a better camera, I can't lie. Like, I'm using currently, it's the Canon SX740HS. Which, do you know what? It was a good like starting up camera. But if I stick to this and I actually start doing YouTube properly, I will invest in a better camera because I think I need it. By the way, I did a sghᴏ𝓘 like first impressions video yesterday. Why did I like every single product? Like every single thing was insane. Like, I'm actually using their concealer. I really like it. Sorry, I feel like I was saying something and then I changed topic. I think it must have been, okay, so yeah, I haven't really been doing anything for the past couple of weeks, because if you follow me on other platforms, you know that my grandma has passed away, and that honestly shook my whole world, because a lot of you knew, a lot of you didn't already know, but she actually lived with us, and yeah, since the day I was born, that's how long she's been living with us, and she's raised us. And I was very close to my grandma. Like, it was, this whole thing has really like shaken me up. Like, it's completely like changed my aspect on things. It's also my first like very close family death that I've experienced. So at 26 years old, it's kind of a lot to kind of like, because at 26 you'll be like, people are normally like, oh well, you should have things kind of like figured out, you should know how to deal with grief, but I actually have no clue, had no experience with it, touch wood. So I just didn't know how to handle it. So the way I was dealing with it might not been the way that most people would deal with things. Like, for example, like I'm not going to go into too much detail about how it happened, but me and my sister were there like when it happened. So we went, and obviously she passed away in front of us, and it was really heartbreaking. Like, I don't think I've cried that much in my whole life put together, which is crazy because I'm not a crier. So I feel like every single tear that I wanted to let out in my whole life came out in that moment. And I had like this headache that lasted so many weeks, like so many days, even not weeks, sorry, so many weeks, because I didn't know that when you cry so much you get headaches, and it's like headaches that you can't, like, the only way to kind of get rid of it is just by sleeping. It's like one of those like hangover headaches that you get, that the only like thing that's gonna fix it is sleep. So yeah, that's what I've been kind of dealing with, and I kind of like didn't know how to deal with it or process it. So I was just continuing with like work as normal. Like, I even told my manager, I was like, if I don't work right now, like I think I'm gonna drive myself into a wall. So like I was still like working, like filming and posting videos, posting pictures, and then when it came to the day of like the funeral and like the home ceremonies that we were doing, I completely just couldn't even look at my phone. Like obviously because it's like actually the funeral day, but I don't know, so I was getting comments like, oh, how are you already posting, like don't you have like a mourning period and stuff like that? And I'm like, I don't know, like I'm actually just doing what I think feels right. And with grief, I feel like there's no like right or wrong answer. I feel like do whatever you want to do, because everyone deals with it differently. And yeah, I think that's like kind of like the main things that happened. But overall, the funeral was really like, I loved the whole day. Like, as much as I was crying and like upset, like it was a lot, but I'm kind of like at peace at the moment, because I feel like she's finally, I don't know how to get my words like out and right, but I feel like she's finally at peace, and that makes me feel at peace, because towards the end of her life she was really struggling, and she struggled with dementia. And dementia is such a fucked up thing. Like, it actually is. Not only does it affect obviously the individual, like yeah, it kind of alters their quality of life, but the way that it affects the family as well is so like unspoken of. Like, no one really talks about that, and me and my family have been kind of feeling this grief that we've felt for the past 2 weeks for at least 3 years now. I think that's all I really want to say on the topic. But like, if you have anyone that's close to you, that's elderly, like a grandparent or anything like that, and they're going through something like this, just know like you're not alone. There's so many other people out there. Because once I posted like my situation, firstly I didn't want to post my situation at all. I've been kind of like holding back from doing it for like 3 years. I wanted to talk about the fact that my grandma had dementia and what it's like and how it's affected the family, but I couldn't get myself to do it. Like, something was telling me not to do it. And when she passed, I was just like, I need to like raise more awareness on this, because firstly, I've not seen anything online that's like anyone that's posted. The only thing that I've like had is my friends telling me that they've gone through similar situations, and that's the only kind of like reassurance that like I'm not alone in this that I've had. What I should have done is I should have spoken about it. I definitely should have spoken about it, because I feel like as soon as I have, the amount of people that reached out to me just to tell me like they are also going through the same situation is actually heartbreaking. Like, why didn't I put it out sooner? Anyways, I feel like I'm going on a whole, why can't I find this blush? Also guys, this blush from 𝓉𝒽𝓃𝓀𝓈 is in the shade Rose Ritual. Just wait, you're gonna see what I mean. It's literally insane. And it's got like the right amount of pigment. Like, I hate when something's so pigmented that it's hard to blend out. This just has the perfect amount. I looked it up online. 𝓉𝒽𝓃𝓀𝓈 products are literally like under £5. I don't know how they do it. Also, I think I'm getting ill. That's another thing that I want to address. I think I'm getting ill. That is beautiful. But yeah, I think my piece, I'm just going to end that topic on the fact that anyone that you have in your life that's elderly or is kind of going through the same thing that I've just kind of described, my advice is record conversations with them, like you and them having conversations. Record that, because that's one thing I wish I did. I wish I recorded my conversations with my, that's what I wish I did. I wish I recorded conversations with my grandma that I can look back on. I really want to look back at what we used to talk about, like how she sounded. Like, I want those things, and I rarely have any of those videos. Also, every single day you see them, like hug them, kiss them, pretend like it's going to be the last day that you're ever going to see them, because that's one thing I didn't do. I'm gonna now move on because I don't want to talk about that too much, because I'm playing makeup on and I don't want to cry. Actually, the last thing I am going to say is that I have set up a Just Giving page, and it's in honor and memory of my grandmother. So if you are interested, or if you can donate, it basically is to help dementia research, because they're the ones that are going to find a cure for this. Do you know what I mean? Like, there needs to be a cure. Like, I don't think this is okay that people go through something like this and there isn't a cure. Obviously, there are so many other problems in the world and so many other health issues, but obviously this one is close to my heart, so that's why I have set up that one. And to be honest guys, I posted on my Instagram and my TikTok, and we raised like £300 in one day, which is insane, firstly. But also at the funeral we raised another £300, so quite happy with that, can't lie. Don't you just love it when you put your phone on charge but you don't actually turn the switch on? Enough of that. What else has happened in my life? What hasn't happened in my life should be the question, actually. When I first started YouTube, like, my eyeshadow game was, it was on point. Ever since, I've just kind of, do you know what it is? I just can't be bothered. Like, that's all it is. Like, I do like eyeshadow, it's just that I can't be bothered. And normally when I'm getting ready, I'm in a rush, which currently it's happened again. I'm gonna use this palette. It's from 𝓉𝒽𝓃𝓀𝓈, and it's like the perfect nude situation there. But yeah, I think overall I've experienced a lot of change in the past few months. Actually, I've experienced change for a few years now. I just haven't really addressed it. I know there's a situation that everyone's probably clicked onto this video to like kind of find out more of. I think kind of just, I've not said a single thing about it, and I think I will never speak about it unless I really have to. Like, if it gets to a point where I have to say something, then I will say something, but I'm not gonna say anything. Kind of like just out of respect. I don't even know if I'm gonna put this part in. That's like how much respect. It's all for the best. What else have I not caught you guys up on? Oh my god, yeah, the cruise. Oh my god, guys, so this was one of the opportunities that came up literally the week of my depression. But the way it literally pulled me out of the mud is actually insane. Like, I really needed that trip. I had the best time. Like, I met the most incredible people on that trip and had the best memories. Like, me and Saga had the time of our lives, and if you want to see more on that, go on my TikTok. I did vlog on there, but I did wish I YouTube vlogged it, because when I was looking back at some of my videos, I was like, oh, this is really nice to like look back on, like selfishly for me, like not even like content wise for you guys, but it's such a nice memory to have. If you're considering a cruise, do it. It's so worth it. And originally I'd never thought I would ever go on a cruise. Firstly, I didn't really see the hype, didn't really understand it, but after going, it's changed the game. Like, it really is one of the best like holidays to go on. And we went with Virgin Voyages, so shout out them, and thank you for inviting us out there. Like, I can't believe I was invited to go on a cruise by Virgin Voyages. Like, who am I in the grand scheme of things? My makeup's not really slaying the way I want it to be slaying, but it's okay. I don't know, something's like off with the makeup, but I feel like I need to warm up my face a little bit more. So I literally haven't bronzed my face with a powder bronzer in so long, so but I think that did nothing, but in my head it did something. Also, a few exciting things are happening this week. It's actually mine and Saga's 6th year anniversary, which is crazy because how have we been together for 6 years? That doesn't make any sense. One thing I've also realised is that the eyeliner is disgusting. What is going on? Why can't I get this right? Okay, one thing I've actually realised is that I have actually grown as a person a lot, and I didn't actually clock it until recent events happened where I could have been so petty, and I used to be such a petty younger individual. Like when I was like when I was like 19, 20, I was so petty. Like, I'm not even 19, 20, like when I was like 22, I was so petty when it came to like arguments and shit. Like I could have been so petty in situations that have happened, but I just chose not to be, because at the end of the day, in the grand scheme of things, I like sat back and I was like, firstly, do I really care? Secondly, can I even speak English? Do I even care, firstly? Secondly, is it going to benefit me in any way? Probably not. Someone just has to be the bigger person, and it's just not in my nature anymore to be that bitch. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm just not that person anymore. And can't lie, I'm quite happy with myself that I haven't reacted or given the energy that I could have given. And I'm not gonna say too much. Guys, if you're ever in a situation like that, I think this is the best way to handle it, because it actually stresses people out and I love it. Also, this setting spray is so good. It's from the 𝒉𝒽𝒃 and it's like the 𝓉𝒽𝒃 one. It's so good. Also, I'm so disappointed with myself because I quit my job last year, right? And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna quit my job, get back into YouTube. Like, I'm gonna have so much time to do it. Here we are a year and a bit later. I'm now starting YouTube. This is just ridiculous of me. Oh, I actually got some questions from you guys that I'm gonna answer in this video. I think I'm gonna use some TikTok lashes that I bought. These ones look like a bit of me. Okay, another one is, I get so many questions about when I'm gonna marry Saga. I don't know. I don't think I'm ready for marriage at the moment anyways. So how do you deal with friendships that break? So if it's like a friendship that, I don't know how to say it without being an absolute bitch. Hold on. If it's a friendship that you actually care about a lot, like you have, like that is your best friend, like you actually care about that relationship a lot, then it's really hard. Friendship breakups can be even worse than like normal like relationship breakups, because that was like your person, and like if you actually cared about like the friendship, then it is a lot. Best way to deal with it is literally surround yourself with other people. Like, always like keep it stepping, you know, like just this, like my motto in life is just to keep distracting yourself until you're not really pretending to distract yourself and you're not doing it on purpose, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know if that makes sense. Like, I feel like my best piece of advice is to literally be delusional and just pretend nothing's happening, and then there'll be one day where you wake up and just you won't be pretending anymore. I don't know if that's a good piece of advice to give, but that's what works for me. I don't know what lipstick to go for. Should I go for a gloss? Maybe I'm gonna go for a gloss actually. Who am I kidding? This is Fenty in chocolate. I'm kind of giving like darkish makeup right now, aren't I? Quite like it, can't lie. I'm just gonna answer a few more questions because I've realised I only answered one question before I go, because I do need to go get ready and leave in about half an hour. Okay. Dream job and dream holiday. My dream job is this. I would love to continue doing this and hopefully own a brand one day. Like, that is my dream job. But if you're talking about like dream job, I don't really dream to work. Like, I wish I could just get money without having to do anything. Like, that would be someone asked, how are you feeling? I'm feeling actually great. Like, I feel like today's Monday, right? Today's Monday, and I genuinely feel like I've just woken up with like this new found motivation, and just like everything's okay. You know, everything is okay. Are your parents strict in terms of relationships? They were when I was growing up, as all brown parents are, but obviously as I've gotten older, and I've literally been with sağ for 6 years, like there's been no one else. So yeah, they're not that strict anymore. How did you begin your career in being an influencer? Love you. Firstly, love you. I kind of fell into it by accident. Like, I was at uni and all of a sudden I just started getting loads of followers, and I didn't know what to do with it. And at the time, like, influencing wasn't really as big as it is now, but especially on Instagram, I feel like back then it was mainly like YouTube. And then I just didn't really know what to do with it. And then I was just like, one day, let me just put some effort into it, and I did, and we're here today. Again, I'm nowhere near where I want to be. Like, I was hoping that I'd hit like 100k on Instagram and TikTok, but it's not gonna happen, is it? It's literally in November. If you're watching this and you don't follow me, please follow me. Thank you. Okay, favorite brown girl lip combo. I would probably say Morphe Bite Me, and then the Rimmel lipstick, liquid lipstick in, sorry, and the Rimmel 𝓉𝒽𝓃𝓀 gloss in the shade Peachy Vibes. This shit is so good. That's all the questions I'm gonna answer. What I'll do is I'm actually gonna come back and show you my final look just before I go. So I'll see you guys in a second. Yeah, I am actually running so late, so